Hi, Lisa. I know that you were concerned about safety when you were looking at the new Q7. Wanted to go over a couple of things if I could. There are two types of safety. There's active safety and passive safety. Some of the things about passive safety are things that protect you once you've been in an accident. These are airbags, seat belts, etc., which are pretty standard in all cars nowadays. But there also is something called active safety, and active safety is what prevents you from getting into an accident in the first place. Audi has been known for being very aggressive in active safety for many years. One of the things they use a multi-link front suspension. And that front suspension actually makes it so the tire is perpendicular to the ground. This keeps the contact patch of the tire on the ground, giving you more surface area of the tire on the ground at all times, giving you better traction. Quattro is another. I know you've read a lot about Quattro. Quattro, of course, is an all-wheel drive system that's been perfected by Audi over the years, started back in 1985, as a matter of fact. And what they've done with this is they've made it so that if you are in snow, it's great, but if you hit a paddle of water and you're at high speeds, it actually will help prevent some of that hydroplaning that you can find on cars without all-wheel drive or without Quattro. Another thing that's standard on this car as far as active safety, there's a camera mounted up in here. And with that camera, what you'll find is they have something called Presense City. This means that that camera is actively looking out in front of you for pedestrians, for other vehicles. At the rate of up to 52 miles an hour, it'll actually detect that. If it detects something in your way, it will then give you a visual and an audio warning. It'll give you a jolt of the brakes, and actually it'll make a complete stop if need be. This is standard in this car, and that's through a front camera system. If you come around towards the sides of the car, in the back of the car, what you're going to have is another camera, and this is a rear view camera. You're also going to have radar sensors in the back. And with those radar sensors, this happens to be on the Premium Plus model. It's standard on the Premium Plus, and you're going to have a backup assistant where if you're backing out of a parking space, this radar actually detects cars coming along, and when it detects a car coming along and you're backing on up, it'll then give you a warning to stop. And it does that through the camera and through the radar sensors. If we come around to the other side of the car, we're going to have over in here what they call Audi Side Assist. You'll have an indicator right in here. That indicator means that basically the radar has detected somebody coming along in a blind spot. And what you'll have is an indication light right here that'll warn you when somebody is in the blind spot, either on the driver or the passenger side, preventing the accident. These are all types of active safety. The other thing that you have on that rear sense back there is you have something called an assistant as far as getting out of the car. If you are getting out of the car and the car is at a complete halt, you will actually get a warning light up in here and a warning light up in here in the door to warn you that there is coming traffic alongside of the car when you're trying to exit. That's Audi Exit Assist. You can also opt up for another system, and this would be your driver assistance packages. That includes radar sensors up in the front here, and the radar systems up in the front will actually be active lane assist. You can also, when you're going down an interstate, if somebody stops in front of you, it will give you warnings, it will give you an audible, visual, and eventually, if need be, it'll make a complete controlled stop, depending on what has stopped in front of you.